Hi everyone, this is Eileen, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to use your new smartboard as a whiteboard in your classroom. And to make this video, I am using the smartboard recorder, and what I'm going to do to start is to just open up the notebook software. If you're not sure where to find that on your computer, you can download a video from my website, and it will give you step-by-step instructions of where to find it on the computer and how to make it an icon on your desktop so that you won't have to look for it again. So what happens is you open up to this white screen, and if you look at top, the menu bar somewhat resembles what you would see in Microsoft Word. You have a save disk. The little folder, just like in Word, would be to open a new document. And if you wanted to make a new page, you would click on the blank sheet that has the little addition sign on it. The next picture over is really important for what we want to do today, because by clicking on it, what it does is it maximizes your whole screen. So if you wanted more space than what you had a minute ago, you could click on that, and it will allow you to use the entire board as a white screen. I'm going to go back for just a second now. The next step to using this would be to just pick up a pen out of the tray below the smartboard, or you can click on the pen tool on the top of the menu bar. You can select any color that you would like, and students or yourself can begin writing on the smartboard, just like you would a whiteboard in your classroom. So I will write hello. What's really neat about the smartboard is that if you wanted to convert student writing into typed text, you just click on it, and it will give you choices. And in this case, I did want to write hello, so I would select hello, and there it is as typed text. And from here, I can make the word bigger or smaller. I can change the color of it if I wanted to. You can manipulate it in a variety of different ways. In order to demonstrate some of the other things that the smartboard can do, I put together a little paragraph here. And in this case, the students would be asked to be finding the main idea. And what you could do is, in the pen tools, students would select a highlighter, and they would be able to go through, and as you read along as a class, they would be able to highlight the important details in the paragraph. Whatever the students thought was important, they could highlight. And then at the end, another student could volunteer to pick up a pen tool, and they could come up to the board and write about what the main idea was. So in this case, maybe it was frog life. And the smartboard comes with also a gallery, and if you wanted to make your lesson a little bit more interactive, you could do a search for frogs, and you can pull up pictures. You can also pull up some interactive stuff, and in this case, let's see, we'll pull a frog over, and the frog, when you click on him, will make a noise. And each of the different frogs in this case made a different noise, so and again, this is something that students can come up to the board, they can touch the frog, and the frog will make the noise for them. Now, if you didn't get through your whole activity before it's time to move on to the next thing for the day, the great thing about a smartboard is that you can save your work and come back to it at any time. And in order to save it, you would just select the disk, and it will give you a choice, and you can just choose a name for it and hit save, just like you would in a Word document or a PowerPoint that you were making. And this way, tomorrow when you come back to the lesson, everything is here for you, everything is saved, and you can jump right into where you left off. If in class you're working on an activity that you think that the students should all have a copy of, if it's note-taking or a diagram that you made together, you can print out a copy of what you've done, and you would just go to File and Print. And it gives you choices. Just like in PowerPoint, you can print just the pictures on one sheet. You can do the pictures with a place for notes on the side. Or you can make each page or each slide a full page when you print it out. You can also add, if you wanted to make your name appear on it, a header or a footer, and the date that you did it. To print, you just hit print, and it sends it right to your printer. For the purposes of what we're talking about today, I did put together a few slides. I'm just going to open them up. And the first one talks about ways that teachers can engage students in the learning process using the smartboard. And there are 5 terms listed: interact, create, focus, capture, and simplify. And we talked about some of these things already, about how you can manipulate the board with just the touch of a finger. You can integrate diagrams from the internet really, really easily. Something that I found online was a cause and effect chart, and students would write the name of the book that they read and the author, and then they would fill in, something that happened and what the effect was. Another thing that I found was a character chart, and what you would do is you would have a student come up, pick up a pen, and they would write the name of the character. So in this case, let's say it was Romeo. And then another student could come up and pick out some terms that describe Romeo. Now in this case, it might be useful to use the full screen, and maybe we would say that Romeo was shy, that Romeo was courageous, and students could pick terms that they thought described Romeo. Just going to go back to the other screen here. We quickly demonstrated how to capture information using the smartboard. This entire demonstration that I'm doing right now is being done using what's called the Smart Recorder. And what happens is, in the bottom corner you can see, you just hit record and it will record everything that you say using a microphone and your actions on the board. And that can be something that is posted on a website, or it can be left on a computer so that if a student's absent, they can go back and play the lesson from that day. You can also save notes, which we talked about, and you can print them out or email them. The integration of smartboards into the Elwood School District is a really exciting project, and I think that as teachers see how easy it is to adapt their lessons to the smartboard and how it can make teaching a little bit easier, students can be more engaged. It will help develop 21st century skills for students in the classroom. It encourages students to work together and to interact. It's going to be a wonderful teaching tool, and I look forward to the rest of this year. Thank you for giving me your time this morning, or this afternoon, I guess I should say, and I'll see you all soon.